Here is a simple story about three children and a bottle of oil. It's a very small story, but the more I think about it, the more I see my whole life inside it. So let me tell you the story. A mother had three children. One day, she gave some money to the first child and said, Go to the market and bring a bottle of oil. The child went. He bought the oil, but while coming back home, he stumbled, and half of the oil spilled on the ground. When he reached home, the bottle was only half full. He looked at the bottle and his face dropped. Half of it is gone. He thought, I messed up. Mother will be upset. He was sad, disappointed, full of regret. The mother then gave money to the second child. He also went to the market. He also bought the well, and on the way back, the same thing happened. Half of the well spilled. But this time, when he reached home, he smiled and said, Mother, look, at least half is still saved. He was very happy. Then the mother gave money to the third child. Again, the same story. Oil bought, oil spilled, half gone. She came home calmly. So now tell me, what do you think she would have said to her mother? She said, Mother, half of the oil is lost, but half is still there. I will work, earn some money, and bring back the rest. She was neither sad nor excited. She simply saw the situation clearly and decided to act. Now pause for a moment. All three children lost the same amount of oil. The situation was identical, but their inner reactions were completely different. And this is where real teaching begins. The first child represents the negative mind. Something goes wrong and we collapse internally. We focus only on what is lost. We replay the mistake again and again. How could this happen? Why me? I always mess things up. Sound familiar, right? The second child represents the positive mind. Something goes wrong and we quickly try to look at the bright side. At least something is saved. Now, this is better than negativity, but still, it is a reaction. It is still emotional movement. And then comes the third child. This is where Vipassana comes in. Vipassana does not teach you to become positive. It does not teach you to suppress sadness. It teaches you to see the reality as it is. In this case, half is gone, half is here. This is the fact, right? No drama, no denial, just clarity. And from that clarity, wise action. Now think about your life. Maybe you start a business and you lose money. Maybe someone criticizes you. Maybe a health issue appears suddenly. Life spills the oil, it always will. The question is not why did it spill? The question is what will your mind do now? Will it become the first child, full of regret, guilt, sadness? Will it become the second child, trying to force positivity? Or can it become the third one, balanced, observant, practical? In Vipassana meditation, as taught by Sen Goenka, We learn to observe sensations in the body. Pleasant sensation comes, we observe. Unpleasant sensation comes, we observe. Without craving, without aversions. Because everything is changing. In the same way, gain comes, loss comes, praise comes, blame comes. If we react blindly, we suffer. If we observe calmly, we respond wisely. The third child was not emotionless. She simply did not get trapped in reaction. She accepted reality and then acted. This is equanimity. When I first read this story, I realized how often I become the first child. Maybe a lot. Maybe sometimes I become the second. And very rarely I become the third. But at least now I know the direction. And that's the beauty of this teaching. We don't need to become perfect overnight. We just need that awareness. So next time when life spills over some well, maybe we can pause, take one breath, and respond instead of react. So the lesson is simple. Life will spill over, that is certain. But how your mind responds, that is where your freedom lies. Not in controlling the world, but in understanding your reaction and slowly training it. Thank you for listening. If you could relate to this, you may consider coming back to the channel. Thank you.